matchup here between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Setting up to throw on first down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they're having time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. His throw incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory. That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First down as he's up to about the 18. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Curtis Weaver in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
from the shotgun. Here's Herbert going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked up a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And a give this time to the tailback. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Is good. Makes the score Chargers 7, Browns nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
He's tackled
at the end of all that hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a handoff looking right. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Herbert. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Brought down at his own 6.
And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
39-yard. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 14-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Gonzalez set to kick off.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
7-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert flush to his right. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
49-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find a target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Browns drive about to get started. And again this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get him much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Herbert off of play action. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
For the extra point.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. Third time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
They're on 21-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
The Browns first down.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 11 at the 41. It's loose, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. But he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
The ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This just a 24-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep them caught.
And now here's another interception.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 40, Browns 6. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Complete to number
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.